Welcome back to another episode on my channel, and today I'll show you how to become a taxi driver and work as a taxi driver in Polish car driving. First, we need to switch to the citizen team and teleport to Sławna. Now we go to the dealership. I already have all the cars, but to find a car compatible with the classic taxi, click here where I do. If we already have the right car purchased, we need to spawn it and drive to the location shown in the video. We've arrived at the location. Here we can modify our car for 9,999 zlotys. If we have a car adapted for Uber or Bolt work, as well as for a classic taxi, we need to click on the classic taxi version, which is the Mega Taxi livery. After converting the car into a taxi, you need to complete the tutorial. To start it, go to this spot and hold down the E key. Once we finish the tutorial, we can start working. I'll show this in two ways, since both can be used to earn money. The first and easier way is to go to a taxi stand and wait for a customer to come to us. Let's do that. Before we set off, we need to carefully check the board next to the place where you can convert your car into a taxi. On it, you can see the zones that apply in a given town. The most important zones are Zone 401, which is Sławno 1, Zone 402, which is the second part of Sławno, and Zone 351, which is Darłowo. You can see the full zone map on the screen. Additionally, the fares are also important, and they are displayed on the screen. In the meantime, we're heading to the taxi stand in Sławno. Now, all you have to do is wait for the passenger. It might take a while. If a passenger comes to us and asks if there's a free seat in the vehicle, we need to click yes. Then either the passenger will give us the price they'd like to pay for the ride, or they'll ask us to set the price. If we're not familiar with the pricing, we can click, I'll take you on the taximeter. First, however, we'll do a route where the client sets the price. If the passenger has a suitcase, we must get out of the car and help them load it into the vehicle. So let's go. We're at our destination. Now, at the cash register, we need to set the correct amount as shown in the tutorial. Press the right arrow and then the up arrow twice to set the fare to 20 Polish zloty. Press the green button on the right to confirm, or the red button on the left to cancel. Once the price is set, wait a moment. Then, on the taximeter, double press the F key. Next, simply enter the fare from the taximeter, which should be set to PR mode, into the payment terminal and wait for the customer to pay. Finally, press the green button on both the payment terminal and the cash register to accept the receipt and the copy printout. Since we're in Smartzewo, we can take the second type of job through the app. Open your phone by pressing the caps lock key on your keyboard. Next, set your status to Available in the Status tab, and in the Zones tab, select the zone you're currently in. When an order comes in, click OK and then Accept. Once the route appears, you can head out to pick up the customer. If you don't want to take the job, click Transfer. If the route doesn't appear, you need to select your status and zone again. When the customer gets into our car, we set the fare to the correct tariff. Since I'm right at the edge of leaving the city, I set the taximeter to the second tariff and don't press anything else. I just start driving to the destination. Here I stopped to switch the tariff to the fourth one. If it were daytime, I would set it to the third tariff. You need to adjust the tariffs dynamically. It's getting late, so we have to change the tariff. We are entering the city, so we have to change the tariff again. We've arrived at the destination. Now, on the taximeter, press the F key twice and enter the fare that appears into the payment terminal. After entering the amount, press the green button on both the terminal and the cash register to print the receipts along with their copies. Here you have the full ride without interruptions using the first method. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as I spent a lot of time making this video. See you in the next one.